Hello, so today we're going to show you how to plant up a grow bag. I'm going to plant some peppers, but we're going to use one of these really handy grow bag watering trays, because I think if we have a really hot summer, these are fantastic for keeping your vegetables really nice and wet and keeping them healthy. So they take a little bit of setting up these, but it is fairly easy. They have these spikes which your grow bag goes on with capillary matting, which draws up the water, keeps your vegetables really looking good. So if I show you how to do one of these, it comes with that spike and a piece of the capillary matting, and you can just pass that through the little slot in the top, down through another little slot down there, and then poke it through the window at the bottom. Same the other side. Just make that so they're about the same length, like that, and that just slots into a little square bit there, so you put your 4 slots in. It then has this great little gadget here which slots onto there, which you can fix your hose to fill it up with water, or there is a little hole where you can pour water with a can. This little wheel here will let you know when it's maximum or half full, or there's a little tap that tells you when it's empty. So that just clips onto there. It keeps an eye on it for you so that you can fill it up at any time you like. So I've got myself a nice big fat grow bag, because the more soil you've got, the more it'll keep it nice and moist. It has got scored marks on here, and I'm going to plant 3 peppers, so I do want to cut those 3 squares. If you were doing something like lettuce, you could just cut all the way round, and you could sew your lettuce into like strips across like that, but mostly for tomatoes and peppers and things like that, we have the 3 squares. So you literally just pop your scissors into there and cut your squares. I mean, if you wanted to cut your squares a little bit bigger, there is room to do that. So it depends what size your plant is, how big you want your little squares. I also like to sort of give the soil a little bit of a titivate there, because they do get a bit compacted when they're all on a pallet on top of one another. So you do want room to put your peppers or tomatoes, if you're planting them, be able to get your pot in there. They can get a bit solid. So we've put our grow bag onto a watering tray, and I did use gloves with it and got someone to help me, because it's a bit heavy and you have to really push on it to get it onto the spikes. But I've also felt around and I can feel the spikes, because you don't want to plant your plant on a spike. So just expose those a little bit so you know where you're planting the plant. So we're going to grow some homegrown, Meadowcroft grown chili peppers, jalapeno, because we like things hot. And just pop them out the pot. Make sure you've got a nice deep hole to pop them in. Push them in, cover the soil up, and then you can cover your spikes up then so you can't see those. So I'm putting the canes into my grow bag as well, because inside there's a little slot for canes. If you look on the side of your grow bag watering tray, there's some little dots and another little dot here, and that lines up to where you're putting your cane. So I've done 2 and they were quite easy to find, so I'm hoping this one will be just as easy. So I'm just going to pop my labels in, because I did actually have 2 jalapenos and 1 cayenne in the end, little red pepper in the middle. And that's my finished grow bag. That needs a good water. Probably water it a little bit on the top to get the top of the compost moist straight away, because one of these is getting a little bit hot in here. And then you can fill it up with your hose or your watering can from there, and fill the whole reservoir up, and then you won't have to worry. And also these, you can just, as they grow, secure them to your cane.